All right, welcome. Here is your writing lesson today, 5.6. So, our writing prompt is explain what makes you unique. We've been reading Molly Lou Mellon, our focal text, to help us understand what it means to be unique and how to be proud of the special things that make us, that make us unique. All right. So what we're going to write about, what makes you unique. Before you start to write, think about how you are like others and how you are different from others. How are you the same as others and how are you different from others? I want you to think of that. All right, so your writing prompt. As you write your personal essay, be sure to clearly state your main idea. Provide clear details and examples in the body. Give a conclusion. Use correct spelling, capitalization, and grammar. Let's be honest. Who struggles with this first part? Clearly state your main idea. Okay. Everyone that raised their hand, in your writing notebook, in your writing packet where it says set goals for writing, I want you to write that to be your first goal. Okay? So we're going to be setting goals right now for our writing. So the reason we set goals is because these are the things that we are trying to focus on the most during this writing lesson. So it's page 5.5. Yesterday we did my heart map. It's the one right behind my heart map where it says set goals for writing. It looks just like this. Okay? So it says be sure your personal essay includes all of these things. We're going to talk about them one by one in a minute. Right now, let's talk about setting our goals. So we're going to write two goals, 1 and 2. So if you struggle mostly with clearly stating your main idea, I want you to write that where it says goal 1. Okay, that means clearly saying what your main idea is. For example, if you are writing about that you're persuading somebody that you should eat ice cream for dinner every day, you clearly state, I think we should eat ice cream for dinner every day because it's delicious, period. Clearly stating your main idea means getting to the point. Telling me what you're going to write about in the first few sentences. Getting to the point without beating around the bushes. Without saying, once upon a time, there was a mouse that liked to sleep, and she liked to eat, and she liked to play games, and then you start this whole other story that has nothing to do with that. That's not clearly stating the main idea. Clearly stating the main idea would be, one day there was the mouse going on an adventure. When she was walking along in the forest and got stuck in a cave and found another dead mouse. Oh no! She said, there's a crime scene. Okay? That's the main idea. So the whole story is going to be about finding this dead mouse that she's going to help, she's going to help him, basically. That's the main idea there. Okay? The main idea of my persuasive essay was why we should eat ice cream for dinner every day. The main idea of this essay, because this is a personal essay, would probably be what makes me special is, and then clearly stating that. So if you have a hard time doing that, then you're going to write this on goal number 1. If you think that's easy, then don't write it. All right. Now the next thing, provide clear details and examples in the body. I can tell you exactly who struggles with this. To provide clear details, that means clearly tell me what you're thinking in the body of. The body means the big part, the big chunk of your paper, not the beginning, not the end, the middle. The middle means the body. So if you have a hard time providing clear details and examples in the body, I want you to write this in your goal. Goal 1 or goal 2 or wherever. It's not necessary for me to say because it's not really anyone's business. But if you struggle with that, you know yourself more than I do. So if you struggle with that, then go ahead and write that down under either goal 1 or goal 2. If you already wrote something on goal 1, then write this on goal 2. If you struggle with, I didn't mean to go to the next page, sorry. If you struggle mostly with giving a strong conclusion, that means coming up with a really strong ending, then write this under one of your goals. Okay? If you're good at coming up with a strong ending, then don't write it. If you struggle the most with spelling or capitalization or punctuation or grammar, then write that. You're going to set your goal. What are you going to focus? I want you to write 2 of these things. It doesn't matter. I mean, it does matter. It's whatever 2 things you mostly struggle with out of these points. I want you to write those down under goal 1 and goal 2. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and pause the video now and give you some time to write and think. All right, so after you've set your 2 goals, you wrote down what your goals are here. Right here, you're writing why goal 1 is your goal. Why did you choose that as your goal? Here, you're writing why goal 2 is your goal. Why did you choose that as your goal? All right, you can pause the video now to go ahead and complete that. Okay, excuse me. Now that we're done with that, I want you to go to the next page in your writing notebook. I'm sorry, your writing packet. On the next page, it says Insider Chart 5.6. On the bottom, explain what makes you unique. Organize your information in the chart. We're going to talk about what makes us unique. Unique means special. What makes us us? Okay? Not like the others, in our own way. What makes me, me? So we're going to write ways that we are different, the ways we differ, insider information, and the central idea. I typed this up in this Word document here. Yours looks like this. Mine looks like this. It's the same thing, but here my handwriting is going to be horrible and you won't be able to read it. Here, I can type it and you can easily see it. So, let's talk about ways we are different. I'm going to talk about myself, and then you guys will come up with things that are relevant to yourself here. So, let's see. Ways that we may be different. Physically, how are we different? Let's write physical. Everyone write physical down. Physical means like the way we look. Physically, how do we look different? We have all different skin tones. We have different hair color. We have different hair, how it feels, right? We have different, our noses are different sizes. Our mouths are different sizes. No one here looks, does anyone have a twin in this class? Does anyone look the same exact as anyone else in this class? No, 0%, not even close like anyone in this class. Everyone is unique. We physically look different. So you're going to write physical here. All right. Yeah, I'll make it bigger. Okay. Shh. There's no need to yell. Okay, good. Physical. Now, let's see. Other things. Characteristics are things that make us different. Let's write that down. This is supposed to be one word, but obviously... Let's see. I'm going to try to make it smaller. There we go. All right, so characteristics. Characteristics means basically things that make us us. Like, we all have different, how can I explain this better? Basically, how we all have different personalities. We all have different, we like different things, right? We like to read different things. We like to watch different things. We all have different characteristics. Another thing is interests. We all have different interests. Different thing interests us. So, for example, I'm really interested in watching mysteries. I love watching mysteries. It interests me. I like to try to solve mysteries. What else do I find interesting? Interest is what I find interesting, basically. So things that I find interesting, you may not. Okay, for example, you may find history interesting. Well, here's a fun fact about myself. I find history boring. I do. I just do. That's my personality. It doesn't make... Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Are you done? It doesn't make me right. It doesn't make you right. It doesn't make me wrong. It doesn't make you wrong. We are different in that way. Things that interest me may not interest you, and so on. You may be interested in soccer. You may be, and I'm interested in soccer too. You may be interested in baseball. I may not be interested in baseball. We have different interests. It makes us unique, okay? All right, let's talk about some other things. Talents. We all have different talents, right? Some of us are really good at memorizing things. Some of us are not. Some of us are really fast runners. Some of us are not. Some of us are really good readers. Some of us are not. Some of us are really good in math. Some of us are not. We all have different talents. Some of us are really good at crafts and art. Some of us are not. I'm not. I'll tell you that. I'm definitely not. But some people are, and that's a talent. Some people are more talented than others. Okay, and then the last thing I want to talk about under how we are different is personalities. Our personalities are different. Who we are different. Some of us have funny personalities. Some of us are more serious. Some of us are more silly. Some of us, we all have different personalities, and that's what makes us different. You may be friends with somebody if you're a serious kind of person, and you may be friends with somebody else that's actually really caring. Or you may be somebody that's kind of sad all the time, and that's just your personality. You're not really sad, you're not crying, but you're just really kind of sad from the inside sometimes, and that's just your personality. Some people feel like they have to jump up and down and yell all day, okay? And that's their personality. These are things that make us different. Different is not bad. Different is not bad because we are all different. We are. That's just it. That's reality. How boring would it be if we were all the same? It'd be like Robot Land, right? Okay. All right, let's keep going. Now let's talk about insider information. Insider information is more of things about us on the inside. So let's see. From the inside, I love to read. Okay, things I like to do. So I'm going to write down love to read. If you love to do something else, you can write that down. Okay? You write whatever you think, where it says insider information. Okay? You can write what you want. I love to draw, I like to color, whatever you like to do. This is you from the inside, right? Let's see what else. I like to think of myself as smart. Okay, I think I'm pretty smart. You can write that down. I like to think of myself as kind. I think I can be pretty kind sometimes. Let's see. I think I can be caring. I think I am caring. That I care for people. I do. Sometimes I just care maybe too much. And maybe that's why I'm a teacher, because I care too much. Okay, so caring is something that kind of describes me. All right, so I want you to write a few things about you from the inside, things that describe you. All right, go ahead and pause the video now. Okay, insider information. I want you guys to add maybe one or two things in the insider information about how you look. So, for example, I'm tall. That's something I would write about myself. Something else about me, I have big eyes, right? But that's just me. That's about me. You guys, I want you to write one or two or maybe even three things about you. All right, so I'll give you a few minutes to do that. You can pause the video now. All right, now let's add the central idea. The central idea is the idea you promise to explain to the reader. What's the idea you promise to explain to the reader when you're writing? You promise to explain to them why you are unique. So the central idea is, I am unique. Let's go ahead and write that down. I am unique. And remember, unique is what makes you you, what makes you different, what makes you special. Okay, that's the central idea. So when you are writing your story, you are keeping this in mind the entire time you are writing. You are keeping this in mind because this is what you promise to explain in your writing. This is what you promise for the reader to understand about you. The reader will understand why you are unique. The same way that the reader understood why we were the readers when we read Molly Lou Melon, and it was the same reason why we understood why Molly Lou Melon was unique. Molly Lou Melon was unique because she was talented, right? That she liked to juggle, that she had two front buck teeth, that she was confident. These are all the things that made Molly Lou Melon unique. She wasn't ashamed of her buck teeth, was she? She wasn't ashamed of being short. She used all of that to her power, to her will, to make her better, right? She was exactly. You shouldn't be ashamed or embarrassed about your flaws, right? Flaws means things that are not perfect in you. Do not be embarrassed by the things that are not perfect in you, because guess what? No one is perfect. Look around you. No one is perfect. Look at me. I'm not perfect. No one is perfect. Do not be ashamed of your flaws, okay? All right, and that pretty much concludes our writing lesson for today. That's all we're going to do today for writing. All right, so go ahead and complete this, and then when you're done, turn it in to me. I'll see you later. Bye.